The Turning by Kiana Dene Perkins. Kiana Dene is a Black Unitarian Universalist. She's a seminarian at Star King School for the Ministry. At the last turning, I was invited to a meeting among the sun, the earth, and the moon. The sun asked, "Do you have space in your heart for a great light?" The earth said, "I will hold you down if you are willing." The moon said, "I will guide you if you need it." And it was easy to say yes to the energies of balance. So for a turning, we have found ourselves dancing. The sun took the lead, sharing a drop of their luminescence. I held it deep in my heart when the darkness loomed, held it on the tip of my fingers when others called for it. Coming to understand space, becoming a beacon, learning the nuance of shadow and light. The earth kept her word. I was planted deep and rooted hard. I was uprooted, replanted, and loved until I was healed and able to feel the small tug from soil calling me down, demanding I grow again. And the moon, a sister auntie, stayed faithful at my side, always hovering, always playing, laughing, reminding me that joy takes many forms and keeps no schedule, reassuring me with loving pats and "Oh, child," whispered commentary, a subtle and wanted companion on this journey. And the turning is coming again. The sun said, "Daughter, you have done well." The earth said, "Healer," with still healing, you always have home. The moon said, "Beloved shadow worker, we will cast new spells soon." We radiate the light. We rotate the life. We revolve back into love. We enter a new season of possibilities.
Back in the spring of 2012, you and I were both in a time of turning. You, even if I didn't know you individually, I mean, you, a new congregation looking for its first minister, and me, a new minister looking for my first congregation. It was easy to say yes to the energies of balance among us. I said yes because you inspired me. I said yes because I wanted to be close to the landscape of my home, of my childhood. I said yes because I wanted to be serving progressive and liberatory religion in the South. I said yes because I was amazed that there was a Unitarian Universalist congregation growing in the very county where I had been raised. And I said yes because the spirit of life nudged me and prodded me in ways I didn't fully understand. Now, did it make logical sense for me and my family to move literally all the way across the country from California for a 1-year half-time contract without any benefits? Not if you prioritize security. But I'm so glad I took the risk and said yes. And I'm so glad you all took the risk, offered the opportunity, and said yes to building something together. As the poem that Matt just read for us says, for a turning, we have found ourselves dancing at my ordination in 2013, dancing at the annual diversity prom with high school students in our community, dancing in worship, all ages of us, dancing at weddings and child dedications and name change ceremonies, dancing literally and figuratively at protest marches and rallies, at our service of installation when you all called me to be your more permanent minister in 2018, dancing at our big fall frolic fundraiser in 2019. We've even, in a way, danced through workshops and board meetings, through budget conversations and big decisions. Even in tender pastoral care conversations, we are dancing together, holding the space between us for movement and grace. And we have danced slowly together as we said goodbye to beloved members at their dying. Truly, shared ministry is a dance, and one where it is not always easy to tell who is leading. We have mostly been good and balanced partners in this dance. And now we enter another time of turning, a time of dancing onwards without each other. Next Sunday, we get to dance one last time as minister and congregation. This turning marks a deep change in our relationship, but it doesn't erase it. The end is just the beginning. And how we end this particular relationship sets up what is possible next. Ira Byock is a medical doctor and a leader in the field of hospice and palliative care. He has supported thousands of people over the years in moving towards good endings. He says that in his experience, there are 4 things that people need to say to one another in order to be freed for the big turning that happens at the end of a life. If these 4 things are shared, then there is more often a sense of closure. There can be sadness, yes, and grief, yes, and the ending of a life can be the beginning of a new awareness for the loved ones left behind, the beginning of healing, the beginning of turning towards new relationships with new people, and a new relationship even with the person who has gone on. So these 4 things, he says, very simply, are thank you, please forgive me, I forgive you, and I love you. So friends, thank you for dancing with me. Thank you for calling forth my ministry with you these past 10 years. Thank you for your trust and your curiosity. Thank you for allowing me to grow and change. Thank you for supporting my parenting. Thank you for bringing joy to my life. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for feeding me. Thank you for your financial generosity that has made it possible for me to do professional ministry. Thank you for asking the hard questions, and thank you for just showing up. Thank you for the privilege and the gift of being a part of your lives. I am so grateful. Forgiveness is not forgetting, but it is a letting go. If a relationship was meaningful, there will always be things to forgive. And so I ask you for your forgiveness, and I invite you at the same time to let go of times when it wasn't clear who was the lead partner and we got tangled up or stepped on one another's toes in the dance. Times when we have expected too much of each other or not expected enough of one another. Times when one or the other of us couldn't be present in the way that the other one needed. Times when we could not or did not fully see the wholeness or sacredness in each other. Times of miscommunication that led to misunderstanding. Times when we simply disappointed one another. Let us forgive and let go. And I ask your forgiveness too for times when I tried to fix something that wasn't mine to fix. For times when I pretended to have it all together and I really did not. And for times that I said or did something that felt dismissive of you or your experience, please forgive me. I love you all, individually and collectively. And the ending of this relationship does not end the love. I love you for your warmth and hospitality, for the way you welcome in new people and make room for them and their gifts. I love you for your rootedness in this community, for your care of the land and its people. I love you for your loving hearts, for your thoughtful minds, and for your caring spirits, for all of your quirks and your questioning, for your risk-taking, and for your cautious commitment. I love you for you, and I carry this love with me. It will always be a part of me and my life story. To the best of our ability, we have danced with the mission of this congregation as the soundtrack, as the music we have danced to. Over these 10 years, we have practiced connecting with the big love, which some of us call God, some of us call the power of the universe, and some of us just call community. We have grown together in spirit. We have practiced loving one another across differences of identity and opinion, across the diversity of our lives and our desires. We have not always lived up to our covenant with one another, but most of us have returned to it time and time and time again. We have celebrated that we are stronger and more beautiful in our diversity. And we have practiced loving this world through acts of service and education, through witnessing for justice, through advocating for the marginalized and the mistreated. We have done all of these things imperfectly because we are imperfect human beings. But this mission, this soundtrack, continues on into the next stage of this congregation's life. And it is up to you to carry it forward, to keep dancing to it. Next Sunday will be all about looking forward to what is next. We will share our annual water ceremony, each of us bringing a bit of water from a place special to us to add to our common bowl, our common well, our common strength. And we will engage in a ritual of empowerment of our new board leadership for the coming year. And we will release one another from our covenant of shared ministry. The end is just the beginning. You all will begin searching for a new minister, a new dance partner. Our saying a real goodbye allows room for a new relationship to grow, for a new shared ministry to arise. My hope is that you are open to learning some new dances. That's what I will be doing too. And so as we go dancing our separate ways, may we, as the poet Kiana Dene Perkins writes, may we radiate the light, rotate the life, revolve back into love, and enter a new season of possibilities. May it be so, and amen.